Hey, what's going on, guys? Rod here from Unleash Your Fitness, and in this video, I'm gonna tell you 5 things that you should know about your weight loss journey. That you may know already, might not know, and I feel like this ones will put you either in an advantage or disadvantage as far as making progress. So number one, you gotta listen to only one advice or one person, and you got to make sure that that person is legit. Either he's a certified nutrition coach, trainer, has been doing it for a while, knows what he's talking about, isn't just giving you any kind of bullshit, used to get money from you. They got to know their stuff, right? And the last thing you want to do is go around, with different people that are giving you different information. Why? Because then you might try to take a little piece from what this guy told you, what she told you, what they told you, and at the end of the day, you're not gonna get nowhere. Why? Because you try to do everything that they told you, which was different every time. So you want to make sure you choose somebody that knows his stuff, knows what he's doing, that's about it, that he talks about it. He does the part, all right, and looks the part. Yeah, looks the part, certified, all that good stuff, right? Why? Because you definitely want to do it the healthy way, and I'll get more into that in a little bit. Second, weight on the scale, right? Your weight on the scale isn't that important. I know you want to lose weight. I know you want that number on the scale to go down, but you gotta start focusing more on body fat percentage, and as far as the way your body's shaping up, right? Because the weight on the scale is gonna change every single day. It's gonna go up and down, or it might even stay the same. Might not even change at all. Doesn't mean you're not losing weight. Doesn't mean you're not losing body fat, which is what you really want to do. And sometimes it might go up. Doesn't mean you're gaining fat, right? The weight on the scale is going to change day by day, week by week. It changes in the morning. It even changes on the same day. If you weigh yourself in the morning before you eat, after you take a shit, it's going to be way less than in the afternoon whenever you drank water the whole day, ate throughout the day, all that good stuff, right? Worked out. Even when you worked out, your muscles get kind of inflamed, get that little pump depending on what kind of workout you did. The weight on the scale is going to go up, and which is normal. So don't look too much at the scale. Look more as far as how your clothes are fitting. Measurements. If you do measurements, try to do them early in the morning as well. Before you eating anything, drink water, whatever, and try to do them right, because if you're like an inch off, it makes a big difference, right? It makes a big difference. So the biggest thing is just take pictures, before and after pictures, and just look at yourself in the mirror. Don't do it every day because you might not notice the difference, but do it like at least once a week. See how your body's shaping up, how it's looking. How are you feeling? Are you feeling more energized? Are you feeling weaker? Are you Are you getting enough sleep? Stuff like that. All right. Take a look at all that. Third, as I mentioned, you want to do it the healthy way, right? So, you got to learn about body fat and lean body mass. You don't necessarily have to learn about it, but you at least got to know what they are. For example, your lean body mass, that includes your muscle mass, that includes your bone density, that includes your water weight, and that includes your organs. Everything else is just fat. All right. Also, try to find out what percentage of body fat you're in. Let's say if you're a female, that's around 35% body fat. Usually on average, for a female to be healthy, her body fat should be around 25. Males should be around 16 to 18. It just depends. I'll go for 16, if you really want to not have that shredded look, but be really pretty lean, abs popping out, stuff like that, just a little bit. You want to make sure you're eating, you do it the healthy way. And first thing, if you want to lose weight, you got to be in a caloric deficit. Now, there's a big difference between being in a caloric deficit and under eating. All right, caloric deficit means you try to find a number of your maintenance of how many calories you can eat per day, and that X amount of calories is going to keep you the same. If you're 260, you're going to stay at 260. If you're 180, you're going to stay at 180 if you eat that same amount of calories every day. If you eat over that, you're going to gain weight. If you eat under that, which is a caloric deficit, you're going to lose weight. And like I said, there's a big difference between, let's say your maintenance is 2,000 calories. Let's say you drop it to, let's say, 1,700 calories. Now you're in a caloric deficit. And you might be like, well, if I'm losing weight, I want to lose weight faster, let me just eat 1,200 calories. Well, you don't fuck it up. Why? Because 1,700 calories and 1,200 is like a big difference. You might be like, well, I'm still in a caloric deficit. No, you're not. You're farther away from your maintenance, which it's over 500 calories that you drop there, and almost like 1,000 calories that you drop just like that. And your body's gonna be shocked. It's gonna be like, oh shit, we're dying, because that's your body's made to survive. And if you're not feeding it enough nutrients, enough food, it's gonna go into what's called what's it called? It's a word for it. Slipped my mind. But anyways, your survival mode. There you go. It goes into survival mode, and basically what it does is it anything that you eat is gonna store up all the fats. Why? Because it's gonna be like, well, I know you're not eating enough, you're not getting enough food in, not enough nutrients. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna store all this fat. That way, whenever we are almost dying, I'm gonna have extra energy on me to give you to survive a little bit longer. Why? Because that's our nature. We want to survive. We don't want to die. So if you're not eating enough to where your body's still getting enough nutrients, still getting enough vitamins, still getting enough food in there to not be starving, then you know, you're gonna lose weight in a healthy way. In a healthy way. Also, if you're starving yourself, you're probably not even going to lose any body fat at all. It might even go up. Same thing with the weight. Depending on your body, sometimes your weight might go up, to be honest. Just depending on what kind of food you're putting in your body. All right, next up, something else you need to know. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. All right. I know people are like, hey, it's 80% nutrition, 20% workout. Nah, you got to go 100 every time. I'm not saying to kill yourself. What I am saying is, effort wise, you got to put in the effort. You can't be like, oh, well, I ate good today, so I might skip a workout. Well, you might have ate good, but if you skip a workout, maybe you didn't burn that day those calories you had to burn. So now either you got to make it up tomorrow, or same thing, you're going to keep it the same way, and you could have lost more weight or body fat that week than what you did. But you know, you just got to keep yourself on track. All right, try not to fall off. I'm not saying to not have like a cheat meal at least once a week. That's fine if you did good throughout the week, but don't make it something where it's like every day or every other day, because you're just gonna mess yourself up and eventually fall off completely. So you definitely don't want that. Try to keep a little log with you, everything you did. If you got Fitbit, try to look at those numbers, calories you burn, how much your steps, all that good stuff, right? And make sure you drink enough water. All right. I lost track I know I said 5 things. I lost track. My bad. But here's one more thing. Like I said, you want to find your maintenance. that's the main thing. That's probably the first thing you want to do. Know your maintenance, know your numbers, know. And sometimes people undereat without even knowing. Sometimes are eating like people are, I know, depending on like their jobs, their lifestyle. Sometimes they're only eating like 1,200 calories when they should be eating around 1,600. Healthy food, obviously, but know your numbers, or at least, or if you don't know them, you know, you can hire somebody to help you out with that. You can hire me if you want, email me, whatever. I'm here for you. If you got like a local trainer, somebody you trust, somebody who knows his stuff, you can hire him, or just ask him. Some people will, you know, it's not that hard, right? Not that hard. But make sure you know your numbers, because that's gonna help you a lot as far as tracking your food. There's also apps out there, LiveSum, MyFitnessPal. You set up your account and they'll work your numbers out for you. But at the end, you want to make sure you know what you're doing, all right? Or the person you hire knows what he's doing, because you want to make sure that you stay healthy and you're making progress every time, right? So if you need help, I'm here. Let me know. Email me. I'll leave my email down below. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, social media, all that good stuff. TikTok coming soon. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. Like I said, you know, don't get discouraged with that scale. Just keep pushing. You're probably doing great. Like I said, just know your numbers. Eat healthy. Try not to binge eat. All right. And here's another thing: if you find yourself binge eating a lot when you're on a diet, or for example, let's say you do good one day, the next day you're doing good, but then it's like all of a sudden you just get this like this hunger, this you just want to keep eating whatever you're eating that day, right? Even if it's healthy, or you might slack off and like take a bite of a cookie and then you can't stop, right? Most of the time that's a sign that you're under eating. All right, so most of the time that means in your diet you're probably not eating enough, and your body's like, well, your body's, what it's doing, it's sending signals to you that it's like, all right, we're under eating, so I'm gonna make sure we don't die. Yeah, you're about to eat until you're really full or stuffed, because I'm not gonna die. You're not gonna kill us. That's basically what it's doing. So if you find yourself doing that, like I said, check your numbers, check yourself, because you might be under eating. Right? Doesn't necessarily mean that. It might just mean that you're just craving food, and you made a wrong decision. That might be the case too. But if you're like finding yourself doing that every day, or after you had like a good day as far as your diet, you might be under eating. All right, just check for that. And if you need any help, I'm here. All right, enjoy your day.